Well, Joaquin,
This is a good fight right here.
should be.
Yeah. I know it's gonna be a good fight.
Well, Joaquin, congratulations, front right here. Congratulations on the victory.
Yes, sir.
I know, you said this was an MMA fight. You'd want to take him down and everything, and then we saw the video clip of you and Kevin talking
Yes, sir.
in the hotel where you were. I think you said you were going to do what Hamzat did to him in there.
Yes, sir.
You ended up knocking him out, hold against the fence. So I know you were saying you were going to take it down, but this is how you saw the fight ending. You standing victorious with an unconscious Wonder Boy.
Yes, sir. I mean, I just knew that we just had to mix it up the whole time. You can't just go out there and just be one-dimensional, whether that's just wrestling or striking with Wonder Boy. You got to mix it up, definitely if you're trying to get him out of there. So the more that we had Wonder Boy thinking and just him on the back pedal, him on his heels, putting him up against the cage, we envision getting that knockout off the cage, yeah.
Well, online, a lot of fans seem torn on who was winning up until the finish. You know, some people had you up, some people had him up, some people had it.
It was a close fight, man.
Close?
It was a close fight, yeah. So at the end of the day, I really felt like Utah was really showing him some love, not going to lie. And I really felt like at the end of the day, we had to get that finish. Because whether the judges had it, going my direction or whatever, but the fans can always sway the judges just with the awes and everything of that nature. So I really felt like I had to really go out there and put Wonder Boy out.
Steven seemed to have some success in defending some takedowns. He
Yes, he
was
did.
catching you when you were coming in. Do you think he scouted you well and he kind of knew what was going to happen and had a good game plan up until you connected with that big ball?
Yeah, he did a good job. I really honestly did not believe that he could stop a couple of my shots, but he did. He did a good job, sprawling out, using his wizard. But yet again, we just kept that constant pressure on him, attacking the lower body, so he can slow down just a bit. And eventually, once I feigned to act like to go for a takedown, I came right back up and I got the knockout.
And I know you're always going to want the stoppage, but I don't know if you were watching the fights throughout the card. There were a lot of close fights, a lot of split decisions.
Okay.
A lot of people thought the winner actually lost. So
Yeah.
Did you see any of that? And knowing it was a close
Nah, and not saying I don't pay attention to anybody else's fight, but I was locked in on mine. So, every time we just visualizing what's going to happen. And I really feel like, I kind of brought, hold on one second. Utah 307 for life, knocking out Wonder Boy. So I really feel like once you visualize, you can really kind of capture everything that you want. So that was the goal, and that was the only thing that was on my mind. So, yeah, we made it happen.
You called out Kamaru Usman,
Yeah.
and the call out actually, even Daniel Cormier, Cage. I was like, I like that call out. Like it seems like
well, I
people,
appreciate DC.
Seems
Thank
like people actually into the call out.
Yeah, okay.
So I guess what is it about Usman? It's just like former champion. You think that?
Yeah, just a former champion, man. Me being 5-0 in the welterweight division right now, me really kind of putting on the tear. I really feel like at the end of the day, Usman, being a former champion, kind of will prove and submit my name that I should fight for a title next.
Do you think when you look at names like Usman, he's one of the legends of the sport, and is it a personal thing that you enjoy being able to get in there with these names that you've obviously watched as you're coming up?
Yeah, for sure.
How do you think you match up with him stylistically? Obviously, you've been improving your grappling. He's a heavy grappler against the cage. Do you think you'd prefer to show off your striking in there, or do you think you can match him in the wrestling department?
I think I can knock out Usman. Yeah, immediately. Yep, immediately.
Like we're talking Masvidal Askren style?
Yeah.
Right.
Breaking records.
Hey, Joaquin, over here between the... I'm just curious, did you see the tweet that Usman put up?
No, man, what'd he put up?
So he put a couple emojis, which could mean one of two things.
Okay.
He's either flirting with you or he's using the smug emoji. It depends on how you want to take it.
I don't know how I want to take that, At the end of the day, I'd love to get a date from him. That's what I want. That would be a good response, a date. Let's go.
Buckley, right over here in the back. This, like you said, 5th win in a row. Congratulations. What do you believe to be some of the root causes to the amount of success you've been having in the cage?
Just constant focus on the game, constant getting better, Just every day we're doing the same thing over and over again,
And obviously the victory over Wonder Boy tonight. Defeating a guy like Wonder Boy in that style, man, that fashion, what does that mean to you? The name that he has, everything that he's accomplished, it's got to be one for the record books, no?
Yeah, I think this the second time he's been knocked out in the UFC. Other than that, he's been finished only one time by a rear naked choke. So I really feel like, getting a finish over Wonder Boy should, prove a lot to people and what my potential is at 170. Uh-oh.
And I want to touch on this. The St. Louis fighting base, you and the rest of the guys out there have been on an absolute tear. You 3-0 this year, Sean Woodson 2-0, and Charles Johnson himself 3-0.
Okay.
All this success for you guys.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about the guys who are coming out of the same city as you and what they've been doing in the UFC?
Man, we just going to keep showing up and showing out, man. St. Louis in the building. Let's get it.
And last from me, you're doing well with your podcast right now. You seem to be connecting with the fans really well,
Okay.
obviously, through your Instagram.
Hey, Brick Brother
lives.
Pod, you already know.
Yeah, man. So touching on that, the podcast, the Instagram lives, you seem to really like to entertain your fans, connect with your fans.
Yeah.
Do you see those endeavors? Obviously the Instagram live, that just happens, but the podcast is something that you put a lot of focus into. Are those ways for you to connect with your fans outside of fighting, and how important is that to you?
It's very important, man, just to tap into the fan base, man, and really get people to know who I am, as an individual. And I really feel like, unfortunately, we still have not, worked as hard as we should have because I've been so locked into the fight game. But, I really feel like, we got something special for 2025 and all the fans out there, man. We're going to really change up the game. I promise y'all that. Yeah. Yeah.
Walk,
Let's go, babe.
One more over here.
Yes, sir, man. You
these
good.
staples up?
Oh, yeah. He got me good. I ain't going to lie. Yeah. So, good elbow from Wonder Boy. Yeah. Good mark. Appreciate you, man.